just talk about what you gave the Celtics tonight, considering that Paul and Ray were not totally healthy, and how you had to do a little bit more?
First off, I want to say thank you to their owner for giving me some extra gas tonight. My only advice to him is next time he opens his mouth, actually know what he's talking about versus X's and O's versus checkbooks and bottom lines. Tonight was a situation where I felt like I had matchups. I've been watching film throughout this whole series, and I've been seeing moments where I pass up shots, and Nan and coaching staff is telling me to stay aggressive tonight. We all know Truth is banged up a little bit, so all of us have to account for some of the scoring in the offense, and that's all. I just took my shots and my opportunities when I had them. Nothing more, nothing less than that.
Kevin, Ben Watanabe from NESN.com. You talk about what their owner said. It seems though as a group you guys kind of relish people calling you old, calling you other things. I mean, can you kind of talk about as a team how you guys use those sort of things?
We're not dirty. We're firm. We play aggressive, but we're not dirty. You have to understand the word dirty in this game is very defined. Going under guys, trying to hurt guys, ill intent. It's not the way we play basketball. We play very, very respectable of the opponent. The city we're in, the game, play with a lot of passion, play with force. It's the playoffs. But, I haven't been in here trying to hurt anybody, nor than my teammates. And I just found that comment to be, a little rude and a little, out of hand. And I wanted to address it. Just because you got a bunch of money don't mean you can open your mouth.
Jackie McMullen, ESPN Boston. Kevin, we were asking Doc if he was grappling with when to take you out, when to give you a blow, and he said he had no intention of taking you out, and you finally looked at him and said, can you give me a couple of minutes there in that final quarter?
Doc asked me on this, what would you call that? So, I have no idea what it is. I just know 6-minute mark, 7-minute mark, I come out, and we got to that mark, and I wasn't coming out. I don't care how long I play. I told him I'll fall out here if he need me to. I'm out here trying to give us an edge and trying to do whatever I got to do to win the game. But, hell, I'm human too, and I do get tired. And sometimes it's hard for him to understand that. So I got to say it over and over, and then finally he listens. But Doc does a good job of giving us rest. He was once a player. He's totally giving us freedom to exercise some of that rest. And then that's why I think we go through the wall for him. We have a great coach, not a good coach.
Sharp Blakely, Comcast Sportsnet. This question is for both of you guys. We talk a lot about what you were able to do tonight, Kevin, and what Paul was able to do, but some of the guys that don't get the headlines, like Ryan Hollins, talk about what those guys meant tonight.
It was a great. I thought you was talking. It was a great team effort tonight. We rode Kevin's back, but overall, it was a good team effort. Defensively, Ryan was big for us. He actually gave, I think, us the extra possession that made Kevin hit the shot. So MP came in. Every possession counts. We didn't want to take it for granted. We came out of timeout and did a great job executing down the stretch, and that's how we got the win.
Kevin, Mark D'Amico, Celtics.com. You guys went through so much this series with injuries and guys going in and out and having to battle through all that. Can you just talk about how great it feels not only to be advancing, but going on to the next round and having home court?
Feels good. Obviously part of the goal is getting through the first round. Now we have to focus on the semis, and it's Philly next. Getting ready for Philly. Anytime you go through a series and you're able to come out on top, it's always a plus. Now, like you said, we have home court. That's another plus. I'm sure we're all relaxed and kind of, savor this a little bit and then get back to work tomorrow. But, yeah, feels good.
Kevin, Gary Washburn, Boston Globe. I know you're not one to reflect, but can you try to reflect on the last 30, 35 games you've played and just the quality of basketball? And can you assess that?
You know what, man? I don't want to come off kind of wrong here. So, you tap me if I'm out of line right here. But, you guys, I really go at my craft, and I take my craft very seriously. And I guess being 35, soon to be 36, not 37, 76, look it up. that I put a lot of work into my craft, man. I take this very seriously. I've always have since '95, since I've been able to come into this league, and it's almost like you guys are shocked.
Right.
Yeah, like this ain't what I do every day, and this ain't what I was built for. And it comes off kind of like a no, I'm not gonna say that, but it does come off kind of disrespectful at times. I put a lot of effort and work and time into this, so when I hit the floor, certain things I expect of myself, certain levels I expect out of myself. So, to reflect on 35 games, if not the whole year, no one's perfect. This game is a rhythm game. It's a chemistry game, and you just don't get that through the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, first month of a season. As you gradually go, you get better, and I believe that. And that's all about predicated to your work ethic and what you put into it. And I take this very seriously. So, you guys calling me, that number to fuel the fire. Y'all have no idea what y'all doing when y'all do that. So I appreciate y'all. Whoever's writing the old comments and all that, keep doing that. I appreciate that. I don't read your column, but it gets back to me, all right?
Jessica Camarado, Comcast Sportsnet. Kevin, obviously, age, a little bit of a touchy
It's all
subject
good. It's
here.
all good. It's all good. Some of y'all 30 in here, too. Losing your hair.
At this
40,
point,
50, 60.
regardless of your age, at this point in your career, what continues to keep fueling you, Kevin, out there?
Not knowing if this is my last year to play, playing against younger talent, being competitive. I'm a very, very competitive person. I'm playing with great guys, even better younger guys that are getting better. Great coaching staff and a great organization with good people that's working in it. I'm self-motivated, but to come here every day is an easy thing to do. You have some hard days, rainy days, blah blah blah, but for the most part, it's easy sailing in here, man. I look forward to waking up, coming in here.
Good job, Kevin.